David, new at 5 o'clock, we are hearing from Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick in his first interview since appointing a special committee just a couple of hours ago to investigate power companies.
And we are joined now live by the Lieutenant Governor, who is here in Houston. Good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Mia. Thank you, Lynn.
Lieutenant Governor, for all those who may have just gotten their power back and those still in the dark, please explain what exactly will this committee accomplish?
Yes, and Lynn, by the way, the last numbers we have about 42,000 CenterPoint reports still out at this time out of the 2.2 million. So their goal to get to 98 or 99% today is close, and they'll be 100%, they say, by Friday in another 48 hours for those people still suffering. So the purpose of the committee, Lynn and me, is actually multitask. First of all, it's called the Hurricane Tropical Storm Preparation, Recovery, and Electricity Committee. It's a special committee I formed with mostly members from along the coastal area and a heavy group of members, senators from the greater Houston area and surrounding Houston. So our goal is, number one, was the state ready? I think we will find in our testimony that the state delivered everything they were asked to deliver by any county judge, any mayor, anywhere in our 121 county area. The state stepped up and did their job. What can we do to be even better? And what can we do to help in recovery? We feel like we did 100% of everything that was asked of us, including 100 police officers to Houston, or a hospital set up with 250 beds in less than 24 hours, et cetera, ice, water, all those things, generators. We put out over, I think, near 200 generators. So everything there. So that's part of it. Then the second part, Lynn and Mia, is electricity. And what did CenterPoint and all of the companies, because remember, in this region, we have Entergy, we have co-ops, we have other companies, but CenterPoint, of course, the biggest group, and we want to know, were they prepared? Right now, it would appear they were woefully unprepared, but we want to give them a chance to come testify. What are they going to do about it moving forth? Because we're just starting hurricane season. And third, what can we do moving forward to make this not an annual event or a weekly event or a monthly event of losing power? And that's up to CenterPoint to answer that question. My big question, Lynn and Mia, I've been here a long time, 40 some years. It's not the CenterPoint company that I remember it being. They've diversified. They're in a lot of different states. I have a feeling they took the eye off the ball of the storm coming to Houston.
So with that, I have to ask you, Lieutenant Governor, we've had at least 6 heat deaths connected to this storm, and that's just in Harris County alone. Tell us, should CenterPoint be held accountable for those lives lost?
Well, I'm not going to answer that question now. That may be a lawsuit somewhere down the line. Here's the bottom line. No one should die in a storm because of heat, because they didn't get help from somewhere. Now, this last case, it breaks my heart that died. Apparently her children are in other states. She was in her apartment for the whole time. No one happened to realize she wasn't there. There were cooling centers that Mayor Whitmire had set up, and the city, they had said there were other opportunities. But look, no one should die because they've lost their power for a week. It's unacceptable. And when I look at the CenterPoint response to this storm, again, personally, I don't think they were ready from what I know already. And the recovery, we have lots of questions. No one should die in the storm. Whether they're going to be held responsible or not, that's a decision will be made. Some lawyers down the road, I'm sure. One thing to remember, and I've said this to Jason Wells, the CEO of CenterPoint. I said, look, anytime you have a tropical storm or a could-be hurricane during hurricane season in the Gulf of Mexico, you have to consider and accept that it's going to hit Houston. You just have to do it. We were well prepared at the state because we prepared for the worst case, which was hitting Houston, and we prayed for the least, that it would go somewhere that weren't many people living or never become a hurricane. CenterPoint can't gamble on people's lives. They can't gamble that the storm's not going to come to Houston. The coast is too small. The National Hurricane Weather Service will tell you, Lynn and Mia, that even when they give you a storm track, they could be off 50 to 60 miles, 24 to 36 hours out. CenterPoint was not ready for a Cat 1 storm. And this was a big Cat 1. Everyone has seen the damage with the heavy wind because the eye wall came over Houston and set for hours for a while. No excuses here. They have to be held accountable. This is not acceptable. And if they don't fix it, we will find a way legislatively or through the Public Utility Commission to be sure they do, or we'll have to be looking at potentially restructuring territory. Maybe we're just too big for them anymore, or maybe they don't have us as their number one priority anymore. Maybe they're doing other things in other states and have taken the eye off of Houston. That's not acceptable.
Yeah, you have your work cut out for you with the legislature starting in January. Lieutenant Governor
Yes,
Dan
sir.
Patrick, thank you for your time.